Hi, it's Laqwanda's Heart, and welcome to another edition of the Life Coach series. So, today I want to talk to you about intentions with actions. So, it is so important that we set our intentions and put them out to the atmosphere, put them out to the universe, that we say, this is who I will become. This is what I desire. This is what is going to take place. Um, and so that we know the direction that we are heading in. For me personally, this hit home 2 years ago, this exact month, when I had the intention of, I want to become a Reiki practitioner. I want to become a life coach. I want to become a contributor. I want to become a founder. And I remember speaking these things out into the universe, and someone was sitting next to me hearing this, and they were saying, well, that's a lot of things that you want to do. How is all that going to be possible? In that very moment, I didn't know how everything was going to be possible, but I had set the intention and placed it into the atmosphere and claiming and believing that these things will take place and this will become possible. If you are setting intentions in the atmosphere and you want to move forward, you cannot forget about the action part. When I set the intentions that I wanted to become a Reiki practitioner, I began to do my research on what was the better way for me to become, get that certification. When I decided that it was time for me to become a certified life coach, again, I did the research to determine the best path for myself, and I became a certified life coach. When I felt that it was time for me to move forward, to establish myself in another direction, I thought about the development of Healing Black Women and founding it and moving forward. So in order to set your intentions to move to your end goal, you have to include actions. Now, actions can be a little bit difficult, and at times, because it can be intimidating, because you're asking yourself, what can I do now? Because you want to get to moving, you want to get things happening. Well, here's are some things that you can consider. One, write it down. Plain and simple. Write your intentions down. I write my intentions down every single day on things that I think about, possible goals that I have, and then I set aside time to do research. You have to do research on the things that you're setting an intention for. You need to know what has been effective for others, and you need to know what certifications you may need, what knowledge you may need to acquire. If it's a business, what licenses you need to have already in place before you can move forward. And so after you have written it down and you do your research, make a clear plan, but allow your plan to be flexible. So you can sit down and just do a basic outline. Personally, I do a basic, simple outline. If I want a cat, for example, I was like, number one, research types of cats. Number two, do I want a long hair or a short hair cat? Number three, what's the timeline, a flexible timeline that I want to give myself to consider getting this cat? It can be something as simple as a 3-step process until you're at the point you can develop a more integrated and a more comprehensive plan. But and that goes to the next point. In the beginning, don't be afraid to just start small and go step by step. Healing Black Women began with me, solo, and then we added 6 family members, and now a year later, we've grown to 14. And so start with your vision, write it down, do your research, develop a small short-term plan for yourself, Give yourself a flexible timeline, and then, start moving step by step. Don't pressure yourself, and don't look at what other people are doing. There are some people in the field of mental health who are mental health advocates and who have been doing this work and grinding for years before I even knew that I was going to be doing this work. I don't look at them. I'm happy for them, but I don't look at them because their calling and their purpose is not my calling and my purpose. So I have to stay focused on what I have set forth and the intentions that I have put in place for my life and my purpose and my goals. And you have to do the same for yourself. So the last thing is, don't look around at what everyone else is doing. And I mean that in respect of, don't compare yourself to others. Your timeline and your journey is meant for you to acquire the skills and the ability and the knowledge necessary that you need to fulfill your purpose. So go ahead, set those intentions, get started on that today, but make your plan to act on them. Bye.